Marlene, you have been here for 23 years. That's amazing. And she's a lab assistant, and I get lots of comments from patients about you, not just through the electronic survey, but when I first arrived here about 7 months ago, I was cleaning my office, and I found, I guess, what was called Bravograms before we did electronic patient surveys. And there was a stack this thick for you, Marlene. And I'm just so proud of you, and I'm just so happy to be working with you. I've had the privilege of working with Marlene for a little over 7 months now, and I tell you, she is the best hugger. And I know we're still in COVID times, but she would hug everyone in her path if she could. If you all need hugs today, this is the person to see. But I want to share a story with you that embodies Marlene's compassion, care, and really love. She demonstrates love every day, not just for the patients that come in who are afraid to have needles in their arms. They come in anxious, afraid, in tears sometimes. And a story that really stood out to me was she shared with me 15 years ago. There was a patient sitting in the lobby, and she noticed that he was looking rather sad. And she's just this kind of person that will come up to a patient and say, "You look a little sad today. How are you doing?" Fast forward, what happened was the patient told her that he had lost 3 of his 4 children to cystic fibrosis. And so she took it upon herself to show compassion and care towards him and took some time to speak with him. Fast forward, she runs into him and his wife at church, and they become close friends with Mr. Kowalski and Marlene and the couple and the patient and his wife. And even today, they still come over to her house. She comes over to his house because the patient passed away about 5 years ago, and will be joining the family for Thanksgiving this year. And this is so touching for me. Marlene every day displays that love for her patients, and not just towards patients, but she has a heart for her coworkers, the provider. She always delivers the best service that she can with love. Thank you and congratulations, Marlene.
Before Marlene speaks, I just wanted to also tell a little story. Marlene and actually, I don't know if we know each other. I know I've met you before, but you were legendary in pediatrics. So we know that the kids are super hard draws, and I've had parents who have come and said we couldn't get the labs drawn, but we're coming back. We found someone. And after a while, I knew who that someone was. Like, is it Marlene? Yep, it's Marlene. So just, amazing care of our kiddos. Just really appreciate all that you do, because we know we can trust that we send our little babies to lab. They're going to get well taken care of by all of you guys. So thank you, and Marlene, appreciate all that you do.
She's correct. I had no clue I'm up here. I was up here I actually brought the thing home to nominate a SIA, and it got lost. It didn't get lost. It was shoved, probably conveniently shoved under papers on the counter, and when I cleaned off the counter, there it was, but it was too late. So I was coming today to talk about a SIA, but obviously that's not happening, but she's amazing. I do remember Dr. Jha. I'm a fossil here, and it is. With Dr. Philpott's patients, pediatric patients, there's nothing that irks me more when a patient's been stuck, a baby's been stuck twice, and they're coming to me on the 3rd stick, and I'm like, stop at the second, come get me before that baby or the parents are really angry. Or they leave, and they're having to come back, because I hate patients having to come back, because sometimes we don't know what it takes for them to get here. Whether you're an elderly patient or a little kid or whatever. But I learned it from my mom. She was a nurse. And she told me as a young kid that people are afraid of older people. And I took it upon myself that I would never be afraid of an old person. So that's what I have learned. I am that old person now. Hugging, I really get from my dad. And I don't know, I just don't do the wimpy hugs. I just gotta give you a really good solid hug. John Netto was a patient here. He's the one that he passed away with bone cancer. I met him. Yes, they did lose 3 kids to cystic fibrosis. Till this day, we are really good friends with the family. But I do that with a lot of patients. I do deliver a lot of things. I'm surprised my husband, of all people, nominated me. That's embarrassing. I do go out of my way, because if it's on my way home, why not? At the end of the day, why not? I mean, that's what we are for, to make a difference in someone's life. And every day when I come into work, that's why I always ask God, let me make a difference into someone else's life today, whether it's through words, a hug, suggestions, or just the way you smile. Just make a difference, because that's what we're all about. So thank you. I do have to say that the lab was in the dumps for the last couple of years. With Lorna here, what a difference. And it's really sad to say she's here, and I'm probably on my way out in the next couple of years. But I really, really hope that the lab, you guys got a gem here. Thank you.
Thank you.